I'm like, okay, we're slipping a little bit. Let's make sure we're taking care of ourselves. Let's make sure that, we're getting the workout that we need, that we're not putting so much focus on, the cause that you're fighting for. I just realized, okay, girl, we need to make sure that if you want to help other people, you have to be okay. But April has been really challenging in terms of just being organized. I felt like this month I was super disorganized. I felt like I didn't really have much control. I have not been taking care of myself in terms of eating right and working out as much as I should. And I realized for me, if I don't take care of myself in terms of like working out, or I'm not happy with my weight, I just become demotivated. I just don't want to do anything. Hello everyone, welcome back to Brianna Thazard's Journey. I am back with another video this Sunday. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this channel with anyone that may be interested. So like always, we just get straight into it. So first of all, the fact that I'm making a video right now is so crazy. I have been so unmotivated to do anything. I don't know what it is with April. January, February, March, I felt like I was zooming and really just doing what I was supposed to do. But April has been really challenging in terms of just being organized. I felt like this month I was super disorganized. I felt like I didn't really have much control. I have not been taking care of myself in terms of eating right and working out as much as I should. And I realized for me, if I don't take care of myself in terms of like working out, or I'm not happy with my weight, I just become demotivated. I just don't want to do anything. And that's just kind of where I've been. In terms of YouTube, I was like, listen, my goal is to post every Sunday. And this was the first week where I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to post this week. Like maybe I could just take a week off. But I'm like, no, the goal for this year wasn't a number of subscribers that I wanted. It was just to be consistent. So I'm so happy that I am just moving forward with it and posting this video. And this is not going to be a long video. It's more so going to be basically checking on the new year. And so, of course, everybody has their New Year's resolutions and New Year's goals. I know I have mine, and I feel like I'm on a good track. But this month has just been off. Like, it's just been off. Again, just not being motivated. I feel like I'm kind of not present. I'm more so like looking at the past and certain things, like in terms of mistakes and just where I've been as opposed to where I'm going. And so I don't know. I know for sure that with these videos, of course, I'm going to be talking about my own journey, but I don't only want it to be about like me complaining in this video, but just also talking about the steps that I'm going to take in order to kind of get out of this rut. And so I feel like for me, when I'm just not organized, I'm not motivated, I scroll on social media so much more than normal. And so what I'm going to try and do is to lessen my scroll time. Like again, with social media, you can be scrolling all day and your whole day will pass you by. And of course, like I'm still getting certain things done, like work done, and in terms of things with the nonprofit done, but it's just not at the level that I want it to be, just because I just don't feel that motivation. So definitely gonna lessen my time on social media because it's taking up way too much time. And I feel like in the back of my mind, even though I may not feel like this when I'm on social media, I feel like it's a big comparison game. Like, of course you can be on it and you can be motivated by certain things. And I feel like a lot of times the pages that I follow, I'm motivated by them, but everyone is only posting all of their success. And so sometimes it can make you feel like you're behind in life, especially if you're just continuously scrolling and scrolling. It's like so much information that you don't need to know about. And so definitely scrolling less. I would say another thing that I want to do is just take more care of myself. If you don't know, I am an anti-human trafficking activist and a child welfare activist and advocate. And I have a nonprofit where we celebrate the birthdays and milestones for youth in foster care in Prince George's County. And a part of, fighting against human trafficking and just wanting to be an advocate for child welfare, I realize that they're very heavy topics. Typically what I do on a day-to-day basis is listen to podcasts on human trafficking. In terms of foster care, I'll listen to podcasts as well, just so that when I'm creating my nonprofit and ventures in the future, I'm making sure I'm hearing the stories of people who have lived experience. And I didn't realize like how much it's taking a toll on me. Although I may not have had the lived experience, me hearing these stories can be a lot. And so I think one of the boundaries that I'm going to put is after a certain time, I just have to cut it off. Like in terms of work cut it off. In terms of podcasts, there's a certain time where I just can't listen to it anymore. And so I just realized, okay, girl, we need to make sure that if you want to help other people, you have to be okay. And so again, setting that time of just, I'm not listening to anything. I'm not doing any type of work in this space. Like, I'm just going to focus on myself. I think that's going to be very important. I think taking more time to work out, because for me, I know some people can gain weight and they'll be fine. They're like, okay, well, I'll lose it eventually. But me, when I gain weight and I'm not happy with my weight, I do not want to socialize. I don't want to go out. I'm not as productive. I'm sluggish. I even feel like the way that I dress is not top tier. And so I'm like, okay, we're slipping a little bit. Let's make sure we're taking care of ourselves. Let's make sure that, we're getting the workout that we need, that we're not putting so much focus on the cause that you're fighting for. And so just kind of really finding that balance. I feel like this is the year where it's been so purposeful. If you've watched any of my other videos, last year was the worst year of my life. It was very challenging. So I feel like that year has made me redirect my purpose and my path for this year. And so I think just finding that balance of, okay, now you are really into this anti-human trafficking world and being a child welfare advocate, but let's try to balance it with also taking care of yourself and also being organized. And so I think that's just kind of where I'm at. But first of all, I'm just so proud of myself for making this video. When I tell you earlier today, I was just like, I don't know. I don't even know if I can make this video because I just don't even feel like it. What can I even say? And so it's just more so a transparent video of just where I've been and what I can do to possibly make things better. But it's just been, I feel like certain areas of my life where I've been very strong, I'm very weak in. Like in terms of, I had a video recently on heartbreak. In terms of heartbreak for this year and even the end of last year, I felt like I was in a really good space. Now I feel like I'm back to square one. I feel so sad. I feel so unhealed when it comes to just the thought of relationships. I have a very heavy heart. And so I'm praying also that in the midst of growing a nonprofit and again, being an activist and taking care of myself and still having a career, that I am, being in a place of healing, I guess to say. And I don't even want to do like this, but like, I guess this is what it is considered healing. And sometimes you feel like you take 5 steps forward, but then you're also going like 5 steps back. And I feel like for me in my healing process, when it comes to heartbreak, I feel like this month, I feel like I was sad all month. And so I don't know, I'm like, why am I so sad? What's going on? Like, I just feel so heartbroken. And, as you move on, you start to date and talk to people, but my heart just feels heavy. Whereas in the past, I feel like it's been pretty light and I was looking forward to the future. And I just feel like this month has just been a rut. And so I'm praying May is just beautiful and I'm more organized. I'm taking more care of myself. I'm still balancing activism and career, and that my heart is a bit more healed. That part, I feel like, is gonna be more prayer and maybe some therapy. I don't know yet. And I would say even when it comes to prayer, I feel like my prayer schedule has been off. Like in terms of my faith, typically I wake up, I'll pray, I'll read the Bible or do like a Bible verse or a full chapter, maybe listen to praise and worship, maybe listen to a sermon and then start my day. But I've been skipping that. That's probably why I feel the way that I am. It's like I wake up and work. And so I feel like maybe not having that morning routine of like getting up and like setting my goals for the day. That's another thing too. I had January through March, I had to-do lists every morning. I haven't been doing my to-do list. And so I think that's what it is. Okay, great. This video was to get me in check. I've stopped doing my to-do list and just basically like, today you're going to do X, Y, and Z. I just been keeping it in my head, and that's a problem. That's been one thing. 2, my mornings have gone straight into work as opposed to thank you, God, for this day, having a conversation, having praise and worship. And so that's another thing I need to implement as well. And just also just overall taking care of myself. I think also I have to remember that I just came out of such a hard season. And so also giving myself grace of like, okay, we're back to, slowly getting out that season, and it's going to be ebbs and flows, but you also are in this new purpose of, yes, I've been advocating against human trafficking since college, but it hasn't been at this level. Like the connections I have made have not ever been at this level. And so we're really moving up in this this field. And so just really learning to balance it all. So that's just kind of, I guess this video is really for me. Because I guess I know what I need to do starting in May, you know, just again, getting back to that morning routine, getting back to prayer, getting back to taking care of myself, having boundaries of when I'm cutting certain things off. And in terms of the broken heart, I guess, again, it starts with prayer and probably more journaling, and definitely therapy will help getting back into that soon. But that's just where I've been. I'm looking forward to a great May. I want to be a better, happy version of myself in May. But again, this whole year has been honestly really great and such a blessing, but this month has just sucked. And so that's just where I am. But again, still accomplishing my New Year's goals, still on a good path. But again, I want to make sure that internally I'm doing well. I don't want to just accomplish things and internally feel like I'm all over the place or not stable. And so definitely May, just taking more care of myself. But thank you all for watching. This is not a long video. Again, I'm so proud that I even made this video just because I've been in such a rut. And for anybody who maybe had a weird April, like, did you have a weird April too? Was your month really weird? Or if you haven't, what have you been doing so that you are staying on top of just life in general? But yeah, this is more so a check-in, my New Year's resolutions, and checking in to just see how I am doing in terms of my overall year. And I look forward to making great videos in May. And one thing I want to do is, of course, like being consistent, but what are some topics that you may be interested in? Definitely want to learn more about what you would be interested in. And of course, just slowly giving myself grace and giving you great videos in May. But thank you so much for watching. I post a video every Sunday. This channel is called Brianna Thizard's Journey. And every Sunday, I'm going to be sharing the journey that I've been on and where I'm looking to go and just overall my journey. So thank you so much for watching. Have a happy Sunday, and I'll see you next week.